Hey y'all, what's up? I'm back. Pardon me for not being on camera this morning, you guys. Pardon me for not being on camera this morning. But let's get into our show because we have one. Got a few topics I want to run through. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you guys are relaxing and doing all the things that you do on a good old Sunday. I know y'all been making those pots hum up over there cooking. I've been over here cooking and doing some things, doing some laundry because I've been busy all damn weekend. So trying to get caught up, getting ready for the work week so we can get to the money and do all the things that we have to do. So thank you all for being here. I see all my moms in the building. Shout out to you. I see you, Rose Armstead. I see you. Scorpion Miss. I see you. KBR is in the building. Thanks for being here. Velma Sadler, hi. Thanks for being here. Lamore McDaniel is here. Demi Bell is here. Thanks for being here and everyone coming in. Let's go ahead and get into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion. Simple Mom Family TV, hi. All right, let's get started, guys. Let's get started. All right, so yesterday we kind of touched on what was going on with Rashida and Kirk's son. So there seems to be an update. We want to stay on it because anytime we talk about something and there's an update, I like to spin the block so you guys will know what's going on. Lana Thomas, hello. Kim Jones, hey. Cupcake Mamas, hello. All right, let's get into it. All right, so it says that T Hood's sister, you guys. Now, you guys know that it said that Rashida and Kirk's son is said to have unalived someone on behalf of his sister because the sister and the boyfriend had some type of dispute, and she called her brothers over, and things just kind of went left to where the boyfriend was pow. But let's read a little bit more into this, child, because it's Lord. Now, the Kirk's daughter made a post yesterday saying she had nothing to do with it. She ain't called nobody to come and do nothing. So she's trying to separate herself from this. I told you guys you're going to be definitely charged right along with those brothers because you initiated by calling. It's like putting out a hit on someone. And I said it yesterday, even though you didn't exchange any money, but you still set up said situation for someone to be harmed. So she may be charged as well, right along with the brothers who were involved. Okay. Just saying. That's for anybody else that's trying to send somebody to do something to somebody. Just know if they go and initiate that situation, the person who set it up will also be found guilty and or charged as well. So anybody out here on that kind of time sending people to go do something to somebody, just know, all right, just know that you will also be charged as well. Okay, talking about who I'm talking about. Let's get into it. T Hood's sister accused Kelsey Frost, which is Kirk Frost's daughter, of setting him up. Said that her brothers fatally pow-powed him, cleaned up the scene, and went into hiding. Now, it said that if it's self-defense, that you wouldn't run from the scene, said that you would stay because you did nothing wrong, okay? Now, K. Frost says that set my brother up, said that she had her brother pow-pow him, and say that she didn't know that he pow-powed my brother 5 times in the back and stomach. All right, so let's go ahead and read into what they're saying. Now, it says that the plot thickens. As previously reported, Atlanta rapper T Hood was fatally pow-powed at his home. His girlfriend, Kelsey Frost, which is Kirk Frost's daughter, recently spoke out denying speculation that she'd been involved in getting him harmed. But according to his family, that's far from the case. Now, it said that T Hood's sister, Malaysia, and Jada took to social media accusing Kelsey of setting up their brother. Now, it said that they didn't stop there, that they went on to claim that Kirk Frost Jr., okay, and his younger brother, Kai, were allegedly behind the pow-powing as well. Said he pow-powed my brother 5 times in the chest, back, and stomach. One sister wrote in a social media post, and I said that she went on to write her two brothers and even posted photos of them, okay? It goes on to say that the sisters also pushed back on speculations that T Hood could have been shot or pow-powed rather out of self-defense, stating that that if they were truly self-defense, then why would the brothers actually leave the scene after the incident? Okay, so they were at the scene trying to figure out why they were there when this situation went down. It says that the family says that they want justice, and they're very heartbroken that their mother's only son has been tragically unalived. Okay. So again, what it sounds like has happened is Kirk Frost's daughter, who was dating this guy, T Hood, got into some type of verbal dispute with her. She called her or maybe text one of her or two of her brothers over to maybe come and defend her. Upon them coming there, an altercation broke out to where someone's life was taken. So they're saying that the two of them left and ran the scene. They're being accused of pow this young man and taking his life. So it's looking like Rashida and Kirk's son, or maybe sons, may be spending some time in prison, including the daughter, if she called and initiated that situation. Okay. So it's not looking too good. You're right. They said this is not looking good at all. It's not. It's not. All right. This is T Hood's sister Malaysia claims that the pow said that they cleaned it up, okay, and hid her brother. Said that the one that lives on the property is hiding. So they putting it out there. They're going to social media, they're taking to social media to put this information out there, okay. So they're telling, y'all know the feds be watching, the feds be on social media as well. So they're probably seeing all of these posts that's being posted. Now, Malaysia, which appears to be the boy's sister, says if someone is so-called beating up or beating you up in your house, why not call 911 to remove the person from the home? Says, and he lived there as well. Said, and Kai Frost lives there as well, which is the brother. Says that why wait on someone to be pow, then call 911. That makes sense. Says, and again, your brother already lived there in the house. Why wait on your older brother to come, then pow him together when 911 could have been called from 3 p.m. Says that you wait 3 or 4 more hours, then call 911, and you didn't even call 911. You had us call 911. So they is saying that once the brother was pow, they didn't take the initiative to call 911 to get help or to have an officer come, or police officers, or emergency assistance. They waited hours after, because it sounds like they may have been cleaning up the scene just in case, or when police came, that they, would be thrown off, or that the scene did not go back to them, is what it seems like. Okay, so they're putting all this out there, my Lord. They're going to say, please shut the F up. It's getting crazy. And stop eating DICK on this app. My Lord. Says that if this was a self-defense situation, why would the brother leave the house before police arrived? And there was no weapons, just a powed person. Said that was already unalived at the scene. You took time to clean up, not call 911, because 911 came from Lithonia. Then you called after police were already en route. Why run if it was self-defense? Okay. Not out here eating schlongs, child. Damn. All right, so said T Hood's sister claims that Kelsey did call her brother. Said that his sister called him to the property to help. Now that can be verified. All they got to do is get her phone records to see the last few numbers that were dialed. Even if she deleted out of her phone the call trace, even if she deletes that, they can still look at phone records to see numbers that were dialed out and numbers coming in. So if it appears that she did dial out around that time that this incident occurred, she could be charged. She could be charged, because it seems it could look like you were setting him up, or that you were putting him in a situation to be harmed by your loved ones because you guys had an altercation. Okay. So they're saying here, this is the other brother, the one who said that his ankle hurts. Said that he powed him also, but left the scene before police came. Said he also stated that his sister called him to the property for help. What kind of help? What you want them to do when they get there? Because if you calling them to put hands on somebody, that's also a crime. If you calling somebody to put hands on somebody versus calling police, that's what they're here for. Protect and serve. Right? Let's talk about it. Because I heard about some YouTube beef. I'm going to talk about it too. I heard about some YouTube beef where somebody called and said that they got somebody that was going to run up on somebody and do something to somebody, beat the crap out of somebody. That's a crime. If said person do, and that still can be a crime. That still can be reported to the police as threatening. Okay. I heard something about somebody putting a red dot on somebody. We all know what that means. That's street lingo for someone having how can I say it on YouTube so they don't be so crazy? Talking about putting a red dot on somebody, that means that you have a pow. you're trying to size somebody up. You're trying to put somebody in a position to be pow and or unalive. So when people are saying things like that, those are buzzwords. Those are threatening words. That's terroristic threats. Anything that you're using or make a threat to someone as related to a weapon, that could be seen as terroristic threats. In this situation here, if she was going through something, that she was fighting with him, and you know, I mean, everybody know I got brothers too. Shit, if something go down, my brothers, I know they will be there for me as well. But if you're calling them there with the understanding that when they get there, they're to harm a person, that can be a crime if they do it. Okay, if they do it, and even if they don't, they still can be seen as a threat. All right, so they're putting the pictures up here. This is Rasheeda's son with Kirk. Okay, you guys may have seen him a few times on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Right, I see y'all saying a laser beam. Y'all know what that is. Y'all know exactly what it is. So people better be very careful with the threats that you put out there in terms of saying you got goons to run up on people and do stuff to people. You got to be very careful when you say shit like that, because that is seen as a terroristic threat. Your ass will get picked up for that shit, especially talking about putting beams on people. I don't give a fuck if it is in a song. You got to be careful with shit like that. I ain't gonna never tell you what I'm gonna do. All right, that's just me. I ain't gonna make no threat towards you. If I feel a way about it, if I'm gonna do something, you won't know until I do it. I'm not gonna put myself in that type of situation to be threatening nobody. I ain't never threaten you. Never ever threaten nobody. Okay, I move in silence. But anywho and anyway, so that's Kirk Frost and Rasheeda Frost's son. So it looks like he might be in a lot of trouble. Says get up off this app yapping if you don't know what the F you're talking about. So this sister is still going off, honey. She is going off. Said it not Jaden. Who is this person? Jada, somebody. I think this is the other sister of the guy that was unalive. Said that's not towards that comment. That's for all the ignorant comments that know that they don't even make sense. As if it's self-defense, then you wouldn't run from the scene. They're still saying that. You wouldn't run from the scene. You would stay at the scene because you did nothing wrong. Da 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 da. Said that they show so much love for you today. I hate this happened to you, Tevin. Okay. Said that this is my mama only son, that he knew I'd do anything for him. Anything. Said that I hate this biatch even came into his life. So they're talking about Kirk Frost's daughter. They hate that she came into his life. It sounds like they've had some tension or tense moments in the past. And those brothers came over there and regulated and they unalived him allegedly. We don't know yet until they're found guilty in court. But that's what it's alleged that they are involved. All right. It goes on to say that she made all them posts, and I honestly don't care if she hurting. Said that she get to see her brother's live another day. Y'all took mine. Said that all y'all biatches can rot. Whew. That's coming from a place of pain and hurt. Trust me. That's coming from a place of pain and hurt. She's speaking on how she feels about her brother not being here anymore. Obviously, she's probably seen and or heard of some situations between Kirk Frost's daughter, which you guys see right here where my mouse is moving, and that's the young man who was unalived. Okay, this is sad. We keep talking about the domestic violence situations, you guys. Y'all get out of that. It's not. It only takes a second. I keep telling y'all, it only takes a second. If you got to be with somebody, you got to argue with all the time, and then y'all result to putting hands on people and you calling each other the B word and all. That is some toxic shit. I don't know why people like to live in that type of situation where you got to do that. Like, it's always going to escalate, and at some point in time, somebody's life is going to be taken or somebody's going to get hurt very, very bad. So it's always good to choose yourself, because that's not happiness. That is not happiness to be with someone you got to fight with and argue with all the damn time. Get out and find you somebody that's going to respect you, that you can have some peace with, build with, and have, grow, just grow, live, grow, and be happy. That's not happiness where you got to be fighting and calling brothers over there to regulate and jump on and whatever she called them over there for. I don't know. You wouldn't call them over there to sit down and eat popcorn. You called them over there with the understanding that they were going to jump this boy because maybe y'all were having a disagreement, or maybe he put hands on her. We don't know. Nobody was in that house but the two of them, apparently. So, all right. So Frost, this is what we read yesterday. I ain't gonna read it again. Y'all can read at your leisure. Going over the neighborhood talk. Shout out to them for this. Okay. Shout out to them. But y'all can go, because child, she is talking. This person here is going off. So prayers up, because I know this has to be hard for Rasheeda and Kirk to know that maybe all three of their children, 2 boys and their daughter, may be facing some time in prison, a lot of time, because you unalive somebody, honey, and you can't say that's self-defense because you went there. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. I watch enough crime shows to know how this shit works. You cannot claim self-defense if you take someone's life when you go to their location, because they have to do whatever they have to do to protect themselves. If you unalive somebody at their house, your ass is going to prison. Because what the fuck were you doing over there? All right. Whether if he lived there or not, you came there in that moment in order to do something to him because of a tense situation between your sister, if it was alleged that she reached out to you. And that's how they're going to look at that shit. So moving along, honey. All right, now a resurfaced video shows TD Jakes detailing his conversations with Diddy on Black equity and community building before his arrest and trial. And I told y'all that TD Jakes and Diddy had like this bromance, well, this, you know, friendship. Let's say friendship. Okay, I don't want to say bromance because he get a little antsy when people connect him to Diddy, but you out here having whole conversations and going to Diddy parties and get mad when people call you out for doing so. All right. Come on, he's suing YouTube and all this other stuff. You done stepped down from the pulpit and all of that. Like, I don't know, TD. I don't know. Look what you hanging with Diddy for. You are who you hang around. Diddy is the type of, we already know. Shit, we done saw the trial. We done saw the damn hotel video. We know exactly who Diddy is. And this the person you hanging with, that's out here stomping and hitting women. This who you call brother. But let's see what he has to say. All right.
A couple of days ago, I saw a picture of Puff Daddy laying on your shoulder. What advice were you giving him about forgiveness?
Well, I don't know that it was about forgiveness. I was really focusing. We talk a lot. We talk about Black equity. We talk about the Black community. To me, hip hop is the preachers of the street. And so to have an opportunity to cross-pollinate and share ideas together about how we can have upward mobility is a powerful thing.
A couple of days ago, I saw a picture of.
I'm gonna play it one more time. He says that he and Diddy talk all the time. What could y'all be talking about all the time? You got a wife at home. Do you talk to her? Well, when you do talk to her, you talk to her very disrespectfully from some of the videos that I played, TD Jakes. You're supposed to be a whole pastor, a man of the cloth. You talk to your wife, and when she does try to talk, and you try to talk over her and tell her she talks too much. I played that for y'all over here. He says Sarita Jakes talks too much when she talks, and she be telling too much business. So he preferred that she be quiet. I'm like, nigga, what? What kind of mess is that? Sarita can't talk. Is that why she keep her lips all pooched up like she do? But well, let's play it one more time what he has to say. This is his friend. Diddy is his friend, honey. They talk all the time. Let's go.
Puff Daddy laying on your shoulder. What advice were you giving him about forgiveness?
Well, I don't know that it was about forgiveness. I was really focusing. We talk a lot. We talk about Black equity. We talk about the Black community. To me, hip hop is the preachers of the street. And so to have an opportunity to cross-pollinate and share ideas together about how we can have upward mobility is a powerful thing.
A couple of days ago, I saw a picture of.
Y'all hear that? So they're saying it before Diddy's arrest, or recent arrest and controversy, that TD Jakes revealed that he and the mogul, which is Diddy, had been discussing Black equity and ways to strengthen the Black community. But how, when you're tearing down the Black community, when you have the Black community afraid? There's a lot of people afraid of Diddy getting out because of how he is and who he is and the amount of power that he's been able to have access to over the years. And people who have been said to be unalived because they did not agree with Diddy in some type of way. So this is a person that you're hanging with, and we see who Diddy is, and the fact that you are this well connected to him, and you've said in several videos that you're his friend, you go to his parties, and now you're saying in this video that you talk to him quite frequently. It gives that maybe you're not giving him some great advice. But then again, Diddy he's a grown man. He's gonna do what the fuck he wants to do. He's been wreaking havoc on the community, the same community you say that y'all were trying to uplift and strengthen since the 90s. I don't see any of his stature building up the community when you beating Black women down. You came from a Black woman. TD Jakes, you married to a Black woman. But then again, y'all do kind of sort of have the same mentality and aggression towards women, the way he talks to Sarita and then the way Diddy talk to his women. It's no coinky dink. All right. Two cannot walk together unless they agree. And these two right here, I'm sorry. You can be friends with whoever you want to, but then don't get mad when people, compare you to Diddy or say that it's wrong for you to have some type of friendship with him or inappropriate for you because you're a pastor. And now that everything has come out and Diddy been found guilty, here you are stepping down from being a pastor when that's something you said was your passion. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a fan of TD Jakes anymore because of some of the things that I've seen and or read or videos that I've seen and research and things like that. I can't. I don't do the fake pastor stuff. I don't. I read the Bible for myself. Can't nobody tell me nothing when I can go right there and verify it myself. All right, but let's continue. And nothing against no one else who wants to believe in him. I'm not trying to deter anyone. I'm just saying me. All right. Let's continue. Hollywood Unlocked. Shout out. Shout out. Let's continue on, child. All right, so there appears to be some tension between Carlos King and Marquez Burnett. Let's get into that. Pardon me, y'all, I'm drinking water. All right, so it appears that some type of apology from Marquez was directed towards Carlos. Now, y'all know that before the season started, Marquez had this little crash out moment, okay, where he went on social media. He was even talking about he wouldn't care if Trish was unalived or something happened to her and she went to hell and all these other places, after accusing him of not caring about his mental. Okay, so Marquez turns around and apologizes to Carlos for not caring about him or his mental while being on the show and all the things that he was dealing with. Okay, putting him in situations on the show where he's fighting with Ken and Trisha. I mean, y'all saw it, child. Not sure why he's apologizing to Carlos, because Carlos kind of low-key is the issue. But then again, Marquez, he does have to accept to be on this show and play the role that he is playing, okay? I don't know. Marquez says at Carlos King, he says that I wanted to take a moment to apologize and acknowledge my prior actions aimed at you personally. Says, after speaking with you, I can admit that I had an emotional reaction at the time, but since then I have been doing the work, getting counseling, focusing on healing my mental health and family. This is so stupid. He goes on to also say, I am the storyline 100. He says, I'm truly grateful for the conversation that we had that night. He said it stuck with me and helped me start seeing things differently from your perspective. Thank you. Then he put the praying hands. He says, and hey, maybe one day you'll let me back on the show so that I can tell my story the right way this time. Now, this must be before the season because he's actually on this new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I did hear last season that he did get fired after a fight broke out between him and Ken, and then some other tense moments that they had going on. But it appears that, I don't know, it gives that maybe, just maybe, this had to be before then, because like I said, we see him. He is on this new season 10 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So maybe this apology is what got him back on the show. Okay. Weird. So it's giving kiss ass a little bit. I don't know. All right. Okay. So this is what Marquez originally said to Carlos. It's at Carlos King. Thank you for never checking on me. He's being sarcastic, calling to hear my side of the story, or even doing your research on who you casted, meaning Trish and Ken. All right. Said the lies, the disrespect and disregard for me, my children, family, and friends, my legacy is nasty work. Says that you really care about unifying Black families and showcasing Black excellence. Maybe you should reconsider how you operate before it becomes your downfall. 100. P.S. Call me if you truly care about my mental health. All right. So, yeah, he had a little crash out moment, and he checked and read Carlos King's ass and let him know, I don't appreciate how the fuck you are putting me on the show and have me seen as the problem when I'm just trying to be there for my kids. Y'all know sometimes with editing in these shows, it can make you look a certain way when that's not necessarily it, because every show has a villain, especially reality shows. Every show has a villain. It's understood that Martell is the villain of Love and Marriage Huntsville, okay? And I feel like Carlos is painting Marquez as this person who is not a great dad, who doesn't handle his business, who's problematic when he just really wants to see his kids. So I feel like they were saying, Carlos was saying he didn't even meet Ken and Trish prior to them coming on the show, or Marquez. So it's weird that you're hiring people that you don't even know to be on your platform for ratings. It's weird. That's weird. And expecting them to act in a certain way in order to drive your show. Now, if you follow Marquez, you can see that he's very much so in his children's life. But to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville, he has to play a role of being a deadbeat dad. And he doesn't like that. It makes him uncomfortable. You guys saw at the last reunion when he got into the argument with Ken on stage, and Ken got a little antsy, okay? But Marquez was like, fuck these cameras. Like, you ain't get ready to play with me and my fatherhood. Those are my kids. I love my kids, and I ain't about to do that. So Carlos kind of stepped in and was like, hold up. Yeah, you do know what this is, right? Like, hey, don't blow the cover. Don't knock down the fourth wall in this situation, because I got you on here with the understanding that you're going to be the deadbeat dad, and Ken is going to be the savior that came in here and made shit look like he saved this family and that he stepped up to do something that you weren't doing. Because that's the narrative that he wanted to paint in order for Marquez to be on this show. Y'all saw when they showed him walking up to Trish when they were sitting outside in the little gazebo, and she was saying, yeah, well, you haven't been there, and Ken is here, and that's who I'm dating now. And that whole thing. They're making it seem like he's this jealous baby daddy who's deadbeat and don't do shit for his kids. And Ken just, came in, this damsel, saved this damsel in distress, which is supposed to be Trish, when that's just not it. Trish is playing the fuck out of both of them. And I think anybody with eyes can see this. I mean, shit, even Ray Charles, well, he ain't even here no more, but damn, Stevie Wonder. If Ray Charles was here, he would see the shit. Stevie Wonder, who can't see a damn thing, can see this shit. I'm just saying, it's crazy. I wouldn't be apologizing to him. I'm sorry. Carlos King have ruined a lot of people's lives on reality TV. Carlos King and his production company has ruined a lot of people's lives. Look at Melody Cherie had to step away from a platform that she fucking created, where he took the entire direction and idea that she brought to him originally for this show and made it his own. He said, I created Love and Marriage Huntsville. It got so tense to where he allowed her to be attacked. The same person you sat on Messy Monday, they say, hey, that's the star of the show. Melody is the star of the show. But then you turn around and you allow her to be attacked, so much so until she had to step back from a platform that she fucking created, only for you to now allow a person who came between her marriage, Arion Curry, on the first fucking episode of this show, to be seen, and the side child to be seen as well, like a slap in the face towards Melody. There ain't no coming back from that shit. It really ain't. What's up, Harold? Thanks for being here, Harold. That's the homie. Welcome to the chat, Harold. I mean, I'm just saying, there's no coming back from that. And you keep hearing, and we get ready to play it here in a second, we keep hearing them saying Arion. Before, they would say my baby mama or that girl. They wouldn't say her name, but I feel like Carlos is slowly trying to introduce Arion onto this show. Martell has already said it. If y'all don't show my real life, I'm leaving the show. So this season, I find it very ironic that Arion Curry, the side chick that came in and stepped in the middle of Melody and Martell's marriage. Yes, they were already having problems, but so the fuck what? Why do you have to be super saver hoe and put your cape on and fly your ass up over there with your legs wide open and have multiple pregnancies by a married man? And now Melody and Martell are divorced, and he still haven't married you. He's still sitting on a show saying, hey, I don't know if I want to marry her yet. I don't know if she's the one yet. After you strung her along for over a decade, well over a decade. This is the type of mess that Carlos King continues to throw out there for everybody watching. This is why the fucking ratings are as low as they are, because people see Carlos. I wouldn't apologize to his ass. Let's get up off this. But hey, if that's what it took for Marquez to be on the show to tell his story, to apologize and kiss ass to him, it is what it is. Let's continue on, because Marquez has some other things that he posted. I went to his IG page because I want to see everything. Shout out to Reality Entertainment TV, because that's where we just saw that. This is the apology on his page, so it is verified that he did say that, because this is Marquez Burnett's page, his Instagram page. Let's continue. This is him and Carlos playing nice. Okay, I'm not sure what event this is, but he and Carlos are playing nice after this little fake ass apology. Okay, let's let it keep going. This is Marquez's stories, and y'all can go over there at your leisure and look at it as well. All right. As you guys see here, he's continuing to say, I am the storyline 100. Down here says you are not. That's got to be a subliminal towards Trish and Ken. Okay. Let's continue. Let's see what else he has to say. All right. And that's just some other mess that he put up. But okay, so that's it for Ken. I mean, that's it for Marquez. Okay. All right. So I want to get into this scene. I kind of touched on it yesterday, but I want to get into it so we can see the scene all the way through. All right. While we're talking about this subject with Arion and Martell, how they're slowly trying to introduce this girl onto Melody Cherie's platform. Okay. Let's get into it. Where Martell has invited his mother with her hungry self out to eat. Marlene, okay? They're talking about Arion. You could tell Marlene does not like Arion. You could tell that she is tolerating the situation in order to make Martell happy and not argue with him or trigger him to get upset, because y'all know when you don't agree with Martell, he gets doing all that hollering and all that other shit he be doing. But let's watch. I'm going to play and watch. I'm going to play and stop and give my commentary in between, okay? Let's get into it. Reality entertainment. Thank you.
How you feeling today?
I feel good.
You look good.
Thank you.
What you been doing today?
Just got up, get myself together, run a few errands, you know.
Oh yeah, you know my errands. Dropping them kids off.
Your daily routine, honey.
And I ended with Maverick over there by the Arsenal.
And he just grown up so much.
I'm telling you, they all just
Yeah.
shooting up.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm looking to move Arion into the investment property.
Okay.
Now let's stop it. You see her reaction? Like, not this bitch. She don't like her because Arion brings nothing to her life. If it does not benefit Marlene, she don't give a fuck. She does not like Arion because Arion brings nothing to the table like Melody Cherie does. She's still talking about Mel and how much she still loved Mel and how she still misses that dynamic when she was with Martell. Martell, she knows that Martell is choosing down and that he's choosing someone as a space filler. Arion is a space filler when it comes to Martell. Martell like women who are successful, who have things, who's going places, all right? That's who he date. Not somebody like Arion. And it's like, it's giving that he has his child with her and he's still trying to recreate this situation to where he wants everyone to accept her. The Scots, they don't fuck with her because she know too much of their business. Marlene don't really like Arion because she can't bring anything to the table. She is a needy type of individual or woman. Can we call her a woman? I'm gonna say girl because she has a girl mentality. Arion is needy, whereas Melody was supplying things, paying bills, and she was, you know, the person who came in and kind of turned Martell into a different direction and made him a businessman by way of her knowledge of things. Marlene knew Martell won't shit. And he chose down. And I feel like he really didn't choose that. I feel like he got stuck in this situation because he was trapped when Arion had this baby. It would have been a clean break for him had she not had Knox. But because she had that baby and she knew what she was doing, I feel like she got pregnant on purpose, to be honest with you. Let's continue.
She gonna love it.
Because her little lease is up, and I said, there ain't no reason to put you somewhere else and me pay that.
Yeah, then you just got that whole house sitting there.
Let's stop it. The reason why Martell moved Arion in that house when her lease was up is, one, I'm hearing that something happened with her Section 8. Okay. 2, Martell was paying her rent. So for Arion to move into Martell's investment property, he doesn't have to pay any rent because he owns that place. So that frees up some money for him because he was already drowning, not being able to buy the kids school clothes, food, and things that he needs to do when he's supposed to have the children. It's court ordered and documented that when the children are with him, they're supposed to be doing this, and this, and they're not supposed to be around Arion. Arion definitely can't spend the night. So that's one of the reasons why Arion did not move into the house with Martell, because legally she cannot. She can't spend the night. None of those things is in the document. So Martell knows exactly what he's doing by moving her in there. She is a liability, and he's looking at this thing as a money grab, and having her appear on this show just by way of a picture. She still gets paid just like she did when her voice was played before, when they were talking about the paternity of Knox. She still got a payment then, and I feel like he gets a certain percentage because he helped her get on. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's pimping the fuck out of her. And she's sitting back allowing it because Arion's mentality is, I'm going to be famous by any means necessary, even if they just show my picture. In her mind, she's sitting at home thinking that she's the fucking star of this show. And they only showed her picture and her son. Now, remember, she said, my son is never going to be on this show. My son ain't never been on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't want to be on the show. Well, what you doing on here this season? That came out of her mouth. I don't want to be on this show. They're using me. They're trying to take my likeness. They're trying to change my likeness. She kept saying that. I don't want to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't even watch the show, but know everything that go on in every single episode, even the commercials in between. Let's continue.
Be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that is your baby's mama.
Yeah. I'm moving Arion into the investment property because, you know, I own that property. And I feel there's no reason for me to pay bills at any other place. And I can't move her in with me until like a ring is on her finger.
Y'all hear that? He kind of telling the truth there. He can't move her in. He cannot move her in. When those kids are over there, when Melly's kids are over there at Martell's house, Arion is not supposed to be there past a certain hour of the night. She cannot spend the night. She cannot spend the night. So Martell is looking for a way to save money and then get some more money on the back end by slowly introducing Arion and his son, his side chick, on this damn platform that he and Melody, because he was at the he was at the little sit down meeting when they were trying to get this show on the air too with Melody, even though he didn't say shit. Let's continue.
And what's better than to have my son and her moving into something that I built?
So you plan on marrying her one day? You thought about that?
Of course. I told you I want to get married again. So
I know.
If she's that person, that's gonna be the person I marry. If she
Stop. Marlene asked, are you planning on marrying her one day? Martell could not look her in the eyes and say yes. He had to look away and stare off into space and said, yeah. If she's the one. How do you not know that yet? Arion's been pregnant by Martell like 4 times with 1 live birth out of this process. So you're telling me that she can lay down and get pregnant this many times, and you take money and you take money from you and Melody Cherie's accounts to go and pay for ABs for her to get rid of babies so you can cover your tracks and not be detected into cheating, and then turn around and tell your mama that if she's the one, if it turns out that she is the one. How do you not know that by now? She's only kissed your ass for well over a decade. She's only did your dirty work and went after your ex-wife for you to stroke your ego because you were mad and bitter and in your feelings that Melody wouldn't come back. So you used her to attack her as well as your kids, because you didn't tell her to stand down when she was even on social media saying that your kids look funny. I didn't see a post where you hopped on and checked her. I don't see where you checked her when Knox was bowing up his sugar mama. I didn't see you anywhere. You had those kids being watched, your baby girl being bullied and watched by your side piece while you were, I don't even know where the hell you were, because we didn't even see you in the video. So this girl have done, and according to what Arion was saying, hey, some of the things that I've done for Martell, we both could have been in jail. So it sounds like she's done some very illegal things. She's covered up your secrets. She's done a lot of things that maybe she shouldn't have done just for the sake of being your flunky. Because you're a flunky too, Martell. And I don't know if 2 flunkies can make it. There's got to be somebody else that's got something going on. Kind of like how Mel and Martell were together. Martell was the flunky. Melody was the ones that was the brains and had the business acumen and could do things and get things up and started. And Martell would come in. Y'all used to see him come in them damn scenes with his damn suit on like he was really working, but the nigga was just out there cheating. He didn't have not one builder's license in sight, but he appeared to. We saw him like, oh, this is a very strong couple. This is a business. They got this business going. They're very successful. Whole time it was just Melody, but he appeared to be that way. And that's what Martell likes. He likes the appearance of things versus the reality. Let's continue.
She's that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a good girl.
Yeah, just getting to know her,
Girl. You see her as a girl. Okay. Because when you reference Melody, as being a woman, as the mother of your kids. You speak highly of her when you talk about her, but when you talk about Arion, it's still in that peasant mentality, if you will.
She's a nice person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you could tell Marlene don't like Arion, that she's tolerating that this is who Martell has chosen. If she could choose, she would choose Melody again. And that's just on period. Martell knows it. He can't even look his mama in the eye because he know he's fucked up so bad. He know he pissed his mama off for being out here cheating and fucking up his marriage the way that he did. Because not only did he fuck himself up, he messed up his mama's situation as well. And she will forever have daggers for his ass for doing that, because that made her have to downgrade her lifestyle and everything that she was and had, because he could not keep his schlong in his damn pants. Let's continue.
Thought it was gonna be a little bit more difficult.
Well, you know, it took me a minute.
It did.
Well, you know how that go. You have to adjust to new stuff.
Yeah.
Cause
I understand.
you know, I love my family I had.
Yeah.
You know, y'all was my world. And then, you know, that incident happened. So
She calling Knox an incident. Your grandchild, that's your grandchild, Marlene. Knox is your grandchild. She's calling her grandchild an incident. Now, I said it yesterday. I don't know how you call it an incident. Don't nobody accidentally just, you know, fall down and slip down and no wop out here. I ain't never seen that shit happen. I ain't never seen it. Somebody's drawers got to be off somewhere. Marlene says, I still miss my old family, meaning Melody, somebody with some substance. Arion don't have substance. She's very immature. She's clingy. She's needy. She ain't got no car. She ain't got no business. The business she did have keep getting shut down because she don't have $30 a month to keep the shit on the internet. Martell don't have no businesses, nothing. The only thing Martell has right now is Love and Marriage Huntsville. And if that shit go away, he gonna lose his fucking mind. Okay, let's continue.
you know, and I had to adjust to that new thing with you, you know, with her.
That new thing. So you don't say, that's funny to me how she can't even hardly say Arion. She references Arion as that thing. And Martell sitting over there co-signing, yeah. Now, it ain't enough you called her a peasant. You sitting there letting your mama call your baby mama, who you sitting up here saying might be your wife one day, a thing. Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
But it took me a while to adjust, so.
Yeah. And I appreciate it, but I know at one point you told me that you weren't going to adjust.
I know, because I was.
She ain't gonna adjust because ain't shit to adjust to. What is she bringing to the table? Marlene likes lifestyle. She got used to living in a house. This is woman come from the projects. And let me just say this. This is nothing towards anyone that lived in the projects, lived near the projects, nothing like that. The point that I'm making is when you came from a place of having nothing and you move to a place where you have damn near everything and nothing to worry about, a plush lifestyle, if you will. You ain't got to worry about gas in the car, food in your refrigerator. You ain't got to worry about nice clothes. You ain't got to worry about your bills being paid because you know your daughter-in-law got you. When Melody left, everything went downhill. Martell has to keep moving because he can't afford to stay nowhere. He stays hiding out in apartments and houses because he don't have the fucking rent. Marlene had to double down and get a 1-bedroom apartment squished up in there. The only thing she could fit in that damn living room is a love seat and a couple end tables. Whereas she was in a house, she could spread out with an island in the kitchen. I said it yesterday, honey, with a double-sided refrigerator with the ice where you can tap that motherfucking ice come out. You don't have that anymore. So she's looking at her life and she looks at Martell and she sees him as a failure, and the fact that he fucked up her life and the person that he's chosen and sitting here telling her that he wants her to accept, she don't accept that because she brings nothing to the table. It's like a package deal. Whoever you meet and get with, she got to have something because I'm ready to come out this 1-bedroom apartment. And I don't see myself doing that. She had to move into your investment property, which means she ain't bringing shit but her son. Let's continue.
I was upset.
Yeah.
You know, they're my family.
My mom, she was extremely hurt when she knew that me and my ex-wife were getting divorced. I mean, she cried, you know, What
was she crying for? What was she crying for? Because she held on to Knox being born. Do y'all remember the scene where Melody told Martell when she was dropping the children off, your mama told me you had a son? That means she already knew. She held Martell's secret. He probably told her, don't slip up and tell Melody. If you talk to Melody, don't tell her that I have a son. Now, mind you, y'all know how long it took Martell to tell the children that they had a sibling. He wasn't going to tell them. Because Melody said, if you don't tell him, I'm going to tell him. So the only reason that he went ahead and did it is because he didn't want Melody's version of what happened and how this side baby came along be instilled into their children. He wanted his narrative to be out there and to explain to them how he wanted to. So that's the only reason. He was never going to tell them that Arion had a baby, because they didn't even like Arion in the first place. Y'all remember Melody said that when, who was it? I want to say Mariah saw Martell and Arion and Knox going into a restaurant, and she yelled out of the window saying, "That's my daddy, get away from my daddy." She didn't like Arion. None of those kids like Arion. They were made to respect her because of Martell. And now Martell is trying to make Marlene respect Arion and to see her as this statue that Melody used to be in. And she ain't really feeling it, but she's going along with it because she don't want to fuck up her money too. Because I feel like now he got a little extra money so he can do a little bit more for mama and pay a little bit more for her. That's what the whole thing was. Anyway, he was like, yeah, don't worry about, renewing that Section 8. Come on over here and stay in my house, because I ain't got to pay no rent now. Because Arion used to stay in a townhome. From my understanding, it was a nice townhome, okay? And I don't feel like she was reporting all of her income, because she said on one of her lives she was working. Any income that you receive when you're on Section 8, you have to report it. If you have an online business where you are, and she was posting receipts, this person spent 100, this person over here spent 170, this person over here spent 50. If you're not reporting that income, it could be called welfare fraud. You are frauding the system. You're not reporting your income. So she probably got kicked off the program for lying on her income, which now she had to have a place to stay. So what's the only best thing was he was trying to rent that place. So now you can't make no money from it because it's not up to code. So you got her staying in a house that's not up to code. That's your property that she now doesn't have to pay rent for. You're probably just paying utilities on that property. But you're benefiting from that because you don't have to pay rent wherever she was staying. Let's continue.
We had many conversations about me getting it right. I understand, because she, just like I, thought that was going to be forever. And she know, just like anybody else know, that some things come to an end. I mean, to this day, she's still affected by it. No.
And so the fuck are you, Martell? He's more affected than you think he is. But Martell, I told y'all, Martell is about image. He is about image. Y'all know how many times we saw, go back and look at old episodes when Melody made it very clear to him in the beginning when she said she wanted a divorce that she filed. Martell would sit up there. When they went to counseling, he almost broke down and started crying. And when Melody reached over to get ready to console him, he snapped out of that like, oh my God, he forgot the cameras were there. He was about to start crying. Like, we almost saw a real moment with Martell. He doesn't want people to see how he feels. So his way of reacting is to react negatively, to attack. And we see people that's like that. We see people like that when they get hurt versus placing those feelings where they need to be. Then they lash out at other people and put that energy on others that don't have shit to do with it. Like his kids. Why you pinching them and putting the belt on them and taking out that anger on them and acting militant towards them when you're really mad at their mama?
I'm affected by it. My kids affected by it. It's tough. But one thing about it, life must go on.
But I'm still getting to know her though,
Yeah. A lot of people looking at like Arion, like she came in and like.
Now let's stop it. Did we used to hear Martell say Arion? Like I keep telling y'all, keep watching this shit, how he keeps saying her name now. Because before, they never said her name on this show. They said his side chick, his baby mama. This season, Martell think he's slick. He's saying Arion because he's slowly introducing her to make Carlos King give him what he's been asking for all this time. He wants Arion on the show because he can't really talk about Melody. He's doing it here indirectly. He hasn't said Melody's name, but he's still talking about her. But he needs to have a storyline that's reputable, that's going to save his spot on this show because he has nothing else going on. So now he's saying Arion. And when he mentions her, Arion gets a check. You know why? Because then she says, they're using my likeness. They have to pay me. So he knows what he's doing. Every time he plugs her name, Arion is going to get some type of monetization from that because they can't just use her without paying her. Do y'all see this game that Martell is playing with OWN and Kingdom Reigns Entertainment?
Really kind of just like destroy what we had or whatever. But I don't look at that like that. But I know you looked at it like that at one point too. Because I would say that it's me. I said, there ain't another woman.
Yeah.
She's not taking me away. It's more of this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't look at it as Arion coming in destroying anything.
No.
She was a co-conspirator in destroying your marriage because you would not stop seeing her. And she also was forcefully doing things as well. And on social media, taunting your ex-wife, driving by her house, talking about your kids. She did a lot of things. Telling Melody's business. She went online talking about Melody had COVID and all that. That's none of her fucking business. You should not be speaking on a wife at all. You're not a wife, never been a wife, probably never will be. And if you do become a wife to Martell, you still ain't gonna be shit because he ain't. That's not a flex, sis. That is not a flex to be married to Martell Holt. He ain't nobody. The nigga couldn't even keep a job of teaching children who were special needs. So what do you think he got going on now? That is not a flex. His mama is so fucking disappointed in him. She got 2 sons that are failures. And the one that's sitting in front of her, she really laid all her cards on the line and on the table for his ass. And he fully disappointed her. And it don't matter who he meets, she is going to compare that person to Melody because Melody was top tier in his life. Melody was probably the only woman that Martell has ever met and been with that was accepted by Marlene.
You and Arion's relationship, I guess it's changed over the years or whatnot. She's been over for dinners and things like that, and you kind of welcoming in with open arms.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happened in the past.
Right.
So I really do appreciate that. And she's thankful too.
Because what's been done, you can't undo. Right.
Yeah.
So what's been done, you can't undo. So she's like, hey, the child is here now. I might as well accept it. She ain't happy about it. She is not happy about that at all. Martell knows that. But any little thing he can get from his mama, oh, you invited over to dinner, we'll take it. Arion, she appreciates that. Because that's what she want to do is get in good with the mama. Because then she feels like, y'all know how it is, women. When you get in good with the mama, you in there. So Arion think that she's in there with Martell. I don't know why she sees him as such a prize. I mean, if y'all go back and listen to all the calls that Anthony Lofty's had with Arion, that's all she talked about, how Martell ain't shit and he ain't doing shit. And Anthony, can you help Martell with business stuff? Because he don't know what direction he wants to go. Like he's struggling right now. Like she sees him as a liability, but she ain't gonna let him go because he is her ticket in order to be on this show, to be famous. She's infamous now, but she wants to be famous. She wants fame, and she sees Martell as that ticket, as that open door in order to do it, to be on a platform she said she never wanted to be on. She wants fame. She wanted Melody's spot from day one. So her being on this show, she think that she's taking Melody's spot. And I blame Carlos King for allowing this bullshit to even transpire. If Melody even thought about coming back on this fucking show, she ain't coming back now.
Whatever make you happy.
And I appreciate that.
Yes.
I just want to take no more steps back.
Right. Gotta move forward.
Like even with Arion, I still want to make sure that she's the one that I want to do the forever with,
See, he can't even get it out right. You can tell that Martell is just feeding a storyline. You can't even, he don't even seem sincere in what he's saying. Because she is the one that, that I want to, he'll go with the pause. Like he's trying to find the words to say, that I want to do things with. Hell, it didn't take you that long to make that decision when it was Melody. Didn't you propose to Melody at her graduation? And you had been only dating her just barely a year into a year and a half. Barely, according to what Melly was saying. Arion been around for almost 12 years. This mother.
Yeah, just take your time. And like that, make sure.
Take your time? How you taking your time? It's been 12 years. 12 years, 4 kids. 3 that's gone to the sky and 1 that's here. Why are you still taking your time? If you don't know by now, you don't know.
Sure. I mean, doing all that if you ain't sure.
I don't want to take my time too much. I just need to make sure that she's just gonna be everything that I need her to be.
You taking your time to see if she's gonna be everything that you need her to be. Mind you, he ain't worked on himself at all. This is the same jealous ass, stalking ass, slow ass individual. This nigga ain't got no builder's license. He ain't got no job. And you got what, 5 kids now? You still ain't went out and got no job. You still wearing them same tight ass clothes. This the same jacket you wore, Martell, when Melody invited you to come on the trip in Florida. when you were sitting out there on that patio right before your ass was getting ready to go and you thought Melody was going to take you back. Yeah, I remember. I don't forget shit. This the same jacket. You didn't have a shirt on underneath it because you had it zipped up. And Melody said, why you got on this hot ass jacket out here at the beach? The nigga didn't even have beach attire. Who takes a coat to the fucking beach? His slow ass sitting on a balcony with this same jacket. You were, and how many seasons ago was that? You still wearing the same clothes from 3-4 seasons ago, Martell. That's just how low down you are. But you're going to have the nerve to sit up on a platform and say, you're going to marry her as long as, or you consider it as long as she can be who you need her to be. Both of y'all are bums. It don't matter. I don't give a damn if she come on the show tomorrow. It ain't gonna make her no better, Martell. It ain't gonna make her qualify any more than anything else that you can come up with. He always have this expectation for other people, but he feel like he don't have to do shit. Oh, I'm fine. That's that narc coming out of him. She got to do all the changing and come up to your level, which is still down to 0. Make that make sense. Wow.
Moving forward, you know, she seems to be.
Look at Marlene. She's so uncomfortable. She is so irritated, but she don't want to say how she really feel because she knows her son gonna blow up on her. Martell don't have respect for his mom at all. And the reason he don't have respect for her because she wasn't a mother to him growing up. He saw his grandmother as a mother. Y'all know how kids be. The person who shows the more maternal instincts towards them as a mother, that's who they show the support and or reverence to. He reverenced his grandmother when he had his wine opening. Who did he say? My grandmother, not my mama. I want to put this in my mother's name. No, he didn't say Marlene. He said my grandmother. Marlene said she was working. Marlene was out chasing men. Marlene didn't have time. This is why her sons are fucked up now. Her sons are fucked up. Oh, yeah, they are. She is so uncomfortable. Look at her face. She is disgusted that this is who he chose. This is who he chose. It's like going from women. It's like going from being with Denzel Washington to then just settling for Flavor Flav. That's what this situation is like. And Marlene knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to make sure because I don't want to take any stuff back. I don't want no lies in like my next marriage. You know, I want to trust you.
You don't want lies in your next marriage, nigga, when you the reason that your marriage ended because of a lie. You were telling Melody that you were going to the gym and you were going to pick Arion up and jump up and down on her like a trampoline. So you're going into this situation saying that you don't want your next situation to be a lie when all you did was lie, Martell. You are a lie. Everything about you is a lie. Everything about you is a lie. So you don't want lies going to the next situation? Weird.
And I want you to be able to trust me.
All she went through to get you, yeah, she'll do right.
All she went through to get you, she should do. Now, y'all know Marlene's going to always throw her shade up in there, right? You know Marlene's going to always throw that shade. She tried to do that slick shade to show you how she really feel. Like when she kind of fell out with Mel. When Mel wouldn't go back to Martell and Mel invited Marlene out for breakfast. Marlene was throwing all that subliminal shade. Well, you did block me, didn't you? With her country ass. You did block my phone. Mel said, yes, I did block you. I sure did. And you're going to stay blocked. I said, come on, Mel. She was trying to subliminally say, can you unblock me now that we sitting here eat breakfast and it seemed like we all right? Because, you know, I need you in my life. If you leave, then a bitch got to downgrade. Now I'm going to eat these eggs and bacon real slow. And you go ahead on in your phone and unblock a sister, okay? And Melody said, I shall not. So she's a little bitter. So all of a sudden now Mel ain't her friend no more. Because she had to move on, you know. Well, we're moving on down. She had to move down. She ain't like that. Look at Martell.
Yeah, I guess we shall see.
Yeah, but it's up to you, baby. Have you
know
talked to
that.
Marcel since y'all was on social media talking?
I haven't talked to him. And I don't think he want to talk to me right now.
That's sad.
Him or them. I don't want to talk to them either. You know what I'm saying?
That's sad.
I was hoping really for them to, before I even put that video out, what Arion and I did, I was hoping that he was going to call me and really to apologize and really take back the lie that they did.
And then why would you?
So because Marceau and them did not apologize to you, that's the only reason that you did that interview with Arion and Shan. And you went in and you allowed Arion to lash out. Again, Because this is what he does. When Martell don't get his way, you piss him off. He used Arion because she's mouthing. He knows she lives to jump in and do his dirty work. Okay, that's the so now he's admitting that the only reason why he did the interview with Shan and Arion and allowed her to do most of the talking, because she kept telling him to shut up, was because Marceau did not call him and apologize to him, as if somebody need to apologize to him, because he stayed doing shit. Let's continue.
Y'all said something. Why don't y'all go out and say that about somebody? I mean, who do this?
You know, because I didn't even want to do that video. But y'all not going to keep coming for me.
Every time you turn around, somebody's bothering you.
Yeah.
Y'all hear this? Every time you turn around, somebody's bothering you. Who's bothering him? Who's bothering him? If my memory serves me correctly, Martell is the first one who initiated some shit, okay? He's the one that was talking shit, talking about he knew Tisha. He said it on the show. Remember, I know Tisha. I used to hide under the bed and see Tisha having multiple guys coming in. I actually saw you in action. He was saying he saw Tisha in college sleeping with a boy. And then he said he saw her in the back of a Buick getting banged out by some other boy. So then Tisha clapped back on Carlos King's Messy Mondays and said that Martell liked boys in college. So she indirectly said that you like men, or she was questioning your sexuality, and it pissed you off. So then what do? You start posting pictures of the guy you said that Tisha was in the back of the Buick with. And you also posted a picture of the guy and Marceau in the same picture, as a slap in the face, as a get back. And that wasn't good enough, because you kept wanting them to respond. So because he didn't respond when you wanted him to, or like you wanted him to, then you go and get Arion once again to get this interview with Shan to tell all of the business of the guys, and the NDAs were done. That Tisha don't know that Marceau was out here with Shan and they were in Vegas. Y'all remember that whole interview? I covered it. So when people don't do what Martell want them to do, he's on demon time, and he wants to try to embarrass them, but he wasn't counting on Tisha clapping back and telling people that he was GAY. So it bothered him. So he had to go as gutter as he could to let them know how he felt, because they said some shit about him when he started it.
Like, y'all put my back against the wall, and now I'm fighting back. Now, you know? So what I found out, when I start giving it back to them, they'll calm down. Yeah.
Because you ain't going to be staying in me.
Mm-mm.
No, Lord.
Especially when I got a lot of stuff on you.
Oh, man.
And you think they don't have a lot of stuff on you, Martell? You don't think they have a lot of stuff on you. Mind you, let's keep in mind, because you said you were in Vegas with them. So I'm pretty sure they saw you doing some things. And he likes to say he was not in the room with them when they were having these said trains and threesomes and things ran. But my memory also serves me correctly, where it was said that there were some trains that were run on Arion, and Marceau was the one that put that out there. How would he know that unless he was there? How would he know that unless he was there? And according to Sonny, shout out to Sonny that used to be on the show from Sonny and Moses, honey. Sonny was saying that there was almost a fight that broke out on set when it was brought to the attention of everybody there that Marceau said that Arion had trains ran on her, like she was this loose individual that boy after boy, man after man was running up in her, and Martell got mad and wanted to try to fight somebody. But then it's okay for you to sit on a YouTube channel doing an interview where you're talking about some trains being ran on somebody else's spouse. So it's okay for you to say that, but not okay for them to respond. I don't like that. What do y'all think about it? Y'all can put in the chat what y'all think about it. But Marlene does not like this situation that Martell has put himself into. She's tolerating it because she don't want to fight with her son, because she knows how he is. He gets violent. He gets loud. He gets enraged. We've seen it on TV so many times, how he was coming at Mel wanting to fight her in Vegas, how he acted on the Texas trip, and everywhere else. Martell is fucking crazy. Let's continue. Now, I ran across this because Arion wants the people to know that she and Martell got this little situation going on. So y'all know they had this little thing going on where they were talking about Rashida was getting ready to have this whole concert. Well, Arion had to get in on that, and then she called trying to let everybody know that she got Martell's number, which you should. That's a baby daddy. But I don't think we gave no fucks about it. But anyway, she calls Martell. Sir, let's get into this. I don't know if you guys saw it, but we're gonna see it right here on my channel. Let's go. Hold on. Why is it not playing? Ooh, hold on. Let's see.
Hey.
There you go.
Yo. What y'all doing?
We on the train. It just started. Madam told me to send you a picture.
Oh. Send me a picture.
I sent your mama a picture. Huh?
That's okay. Send me a picture. Hey, I got a question.
I did already.
Oh.
I just did. That ain't why you gone.
No, I called you something.
What's up?
So do you want to go see Rashida?
Go see who?
Rashida.
Someone get like elaborate, Arion.
Rashida, the rapper. She coming to high school.
I don't even know who that is.
Martell, Rashida and Kirk.
Baby girl, say that next time, okay? Say everything. I like really want to Rashida. Now, so Rashida and Kirk, got you.
Yeah, do you want to go see Rashida?
Oh, I don't. Come on, son. What's that song? You supposed to be waiting, man. I don't know. This song can talk about later, baby girl. I don't know.
All right.
Like, when is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's she going?
All right, babe. I'll call you back, okay?
All right, mama.
Bye.
He didn't want to talk to her. He was irritated talking to her. All right, bye. Like, damn. She like, okay, yeah, baby. He like, all right, bye. And then hung up. Damn. Martell, that don't sound like no love. That don't sound like somebody you ready to marry. He sounded like he was utterly irritated. Whoever he was with or whatever he was doing when she called him, he sounded like he was thoroughly fucking irritated. Y'all know how men be sometimes when you trying to talk to them and they don't feel like being bothered. That's how he felt like he didn't feel like being bothered with her ass. And she calling him talking about going to a concert. He was like, no, I do not want to go. And bye. Okay. And that's what he gave her ass. But what do y'all think about that? Okay. I know some of y'all did not get to see that. So there you go for that. Let's continue. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to do the very, very beginning of. Do I want to do this one? I'm going to save this. Because I think I'm going to pop back in. I don't want to give y'all all this on one video because, child, this is a lot. I'm going to pop back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video here, and then I'm going to do another video later on, and then I will share this topic, okay? But so I don't want this video to be too long. But thank you guys for being here. All right, let's go ahead and end this video right here. They said I would never watch. All right, but thank y'all so much. Okay, thank you to my mods, Scorpion Miss. Thank you, Sweet Essence, Rose Armstead. Thank you so much, True TV Podcast, KBR, and Tyra. Y'all do an awesome job. Thank y'all so much. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. Schoolboy, if you're here, thanks for being here. I saw Harold in the house. What up, Harold? Simple Mom Family TV, thank you for being here. Purple Unicorn as well. Thank you for being here. Do we have any more content creators? This chick can cook. Are you a content creator? I'm not sure if I remember your name or not. Susie Q, I see you in the building. Thanks for being here, love. Thanks for being here. Mods, can you drop it in the chat and let me know if we have any more content creators so that we can okay, Mo Beauty Lover. Okay, this chicken cook. Thanks for being here. You guys check out all these content. She says no, not yet. Your name looks like you're a content creator. But thanks for being here. You guys check out all the content creators that I mentioned, you guys, and go over, support them, hit the like button. Also, don't forget to hit the like button on this video as well so that we can push this video into the algorithm. Y'all know I appreciate you all, and I appreciate your support as well. Okay, let's get on out of here. I will see you guys later. Until the next video, let's get out of here. Bye.